Hi, Flared2 114 is going to be out in the store as a free update, and it contains a correction of a bug that could occur on some configurations, and it will freeze Blender when try to export the presets of your Flare. Now it should be removed. I don't know if this will be the version, maybe that will be another one, but it's going to come. And now I'm working in 4.5. And I'll take the chance to explain how the exporting of the Flare works so that it will be easy to export all your Flares when you need it and to import them too. So now I've made a Flare here in the scene. It is this default one, and I want to modify it, just a little mods like this, so that I can identify the new version. And I would like to save this into a list of Flares to recall when I need them. So the first thing I have to do is to go here and to switch to custom, because we have a default list of presets that is the one made by me that you can choose from, and then you have your custom presets that you can choose from your folder. It asks you to select a folder from now to put there your presets. So I will go here and I will go to create here a new folder. I will call it preset. I will go into it and accept. So now the custom folder is this one. I can switch to default again if I want. Anyway, this is the selected Flare because it is blue here. I'll try to export as a custom preset. It will ask me two things, the name, and I can use this name, new Flare, and then it will ask this. We don't use this now. We are in Eevee, and I will click on it. Wait for some seconds, 10 to 15, I don't know. It depends on the system, I suppose. And now if I go to custom folder, here I have this Flare, and I can choose this Flare and add it to other source of light. So you can make this to create your custom folder. The custom folder is there where you choose to put it, and you can move it, copy it, and so if you change computer and if you make a new installation, you can move your custom folders wherever you want. Another way, if you don't want to put it into a custom folder, but you would like to send it to a friend that has Flared2 on his computer, you can export making a zip file. This is because each preset creates two files, one for the configuration and the other one for the preview here. And so if I go to my custom folder here, now it contains one file.js that contains data and the other file into the icon folder that contains the icon, this one. And if you want to send it to a friend, you could use this. Let's change it so that we will recognize it. Now it's green. If you want to send this to a friend, you could just make export active Flare as a zip file. And this will create, you have to choose where. I will go into my downloads there. This will create new Flare settings. If you want, you can change the name, and you will have to wait for some second here too. Now, if I go to the destination folder, that is this one, I have my Flare here. It is created by the two files that you need, the JSON and the WebP that creates the preview. So now I am your friends who received this zip file, and I want to import this zip file into my custom folder. Now I can go here and I can make import preset from a zip file. I go there, I go to download, I select it and import the presets. And now I have these new presets into my custom folder. Those are the two ways you can export. You can also make a full export of all your Flares contained into the custom folder if you want, but you can make it by hand, moving the folder from your Explorer from Windows. There is another option that is only available when you work in Eevee, because in Cycles we can't do it. If you experience freeze while exporting the Flare, it shouldn't happen now, but if it happens, you'll have this other option that is preview from local view. It means that instead of creating a new scene virtually, you don't see it, but when you export the Flare, it happens. Blender creates a new scene with a black background, with the Flare positioned always in this position and the camera in this position to create consistent previews. And if it doesn't work, you can create the preview starting from this local view. And now I'll try it. I will call Flare because I don't want to overwrite the other Flare. And I click from here. Let's see what happens. I will go to my folder. Now into the presets, I'll have Flared2 and the icon of Flared2. Let's see how it is. So this is made with the scene because there is a cube here and the background is not black but is gray as it is here. This is the most important things related to this function that you can activate or not. I will tell you, don't activate it. Instead, you have a problem. If you have a problem, try this option. And if you are in Cycles, it's different. Now I switch to Cycles. Remember that in Cycles, I'd like to use my GPU. I switch to GPU because in Cycles is really faster using the CPU. And remember, in Cycles, you need more light paths. You have to go up with this value to use the transparency that Flared generates. And now here is our Flare in Cycles. And if you try to export Flare using Cycles, you will see that you don't have the other option because it's not possible to create this other option. And so you can export using Cycles too. It's not a problem. I will call it Flare free and it will do the Flare, but you don't have the other option. So if you have problem, try to switch to Eevee when exporting Flares. Maybe it helps. Let's go there and see what happened. Not here. Here. This is the Flare export in Cycle. So this is substantially how it works, the Flare export, that is very useful to create your own presets and to recall when you need them. I hope this explains something new to you. And please, if you have any suggestions or questions, please write it in under this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.